Hi guys, welcome back to Random Thoughts. I am the D Marie, and we are here with Ashley.
Hi.
So tis the season for seasonal depression, and we wanted to talk about first. Let's define specifically what is seasonal depression.
You're so joyful to be discussing this
I
topic.
know, right? Because I feel like I've gotten mine under control. So
Congratulations. I'm happy for you.
thank you, girl. All right, so according to Google, seasonal depression is a mood disorder characterized by depression that occurs the same time every year. Season affective disorder occurs in climates where there is less sunlight at certain times of year. I definitely have had seasonal depression most of my life and didn't know it. And I feel like on YouTube, I've made several videos where I'm like, oh, the winter blues got me, and I just haven't been making videos. But I actually wanted to ask you, like, when did you notice you were like feeling different ways when the seasons changed?
Honestly, it didn't start for me until my dad died. My dad died September 2nd of 2022. And so like with him having had passed in the fall, like that automatically was like a depressing traumatic thing, and then that just kind of set the tone for fall going forward. And so like you had mentioned like the winter blues,
Mm-hmm.
for me it's not even so much the winter. Like once I get past January, it's on the incline for me.
Okay.
Like once January comes, like it's on the up and up. But like from like around now until January, it's not good.
Yeah, before I got on medication, it wasn't until March, and only when I moved to North Carolina, because I feel like in North Carolina in March we start getting those, okay, I want to be warm, I want to be cold days. And so it was like, okay, I'm starting to feel better, but not 100%, but better enough to at least, get up and want to do things. I would like, oh my gosh, like even as a child, because I grew up in Pennsylvania where winter fall is so gloomy, I'd be so depressed even as a child, and I would try to self-harm. I would think nobody wants me, nobody. Even as an adult, I would see people posting pictures out hanging together and be like, oh, well, I guess they just didn't want me around. Everyone hates me. And it's like, it's not that at all. People are just living their life. But I would get in my own head and be so depressed. And for me, one March, I finally just couldn't take trying to pull myself out it anymore, because that's what I would always do every winter. I'm like, I got this, you're strong, you're a great woman, you can do this. And then finally I went to a doctor in a March, which I never do. I don't see doctors in the winter. Like after September, I don't make doctor's appointments anymore. I just kind of, make it through the holidays. The holidays are over and I'm just kind of, oh, hummy. And then I wait until the spring before I see doctors. So no doctors were diagnosing me as depressed, because I wasn't depressed by the time I saw them.
Yeah.
So finally, I saw a doctor in March and started just bawling, telling her what I was going through. And she's like, oh, you have seasonal affect disorder. And I'm like, oh my God, someone finally understands.
So it affects you all the way up until March?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know.
Because, like, to me, like, thinking of what months fit within what, like, seasons, to me, I've always thought, like, August, September, October is, like, well, no, like, September, October, November is, like, fall. And then, like, December, January, February is winter. And then March, April, May is spring.
I will say, for me, it is very specific to the light outside.
Okay.
The minute the sun starts setting
daylight
earlier,
saving,
yeah, the
yeah.
minute the sun starts setting earlier, I get depressed. I get sad.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I'm chasing the light. One year I bought a solar lamp trying to get that to help.
I got one because of you.
Right?
It doesn't work. Me.
No,
It doesn't work.
it
for
helped
me.
for a little bit, and then I guess after a while, my brain just knows it's just light on the side of the bed.
To me, it's almost like more depressing when I have it on. I'm like, this is so depressing that the sun isn't even there, that I have to try to create fake sun, like,
Yeah.
and it just makes me even more sad.
Yeah.
But is there something, so like, for you, is the lack of light like the trigger for you? Because
Yes.
for me that's one of the things, but like for me the reason why this time of year is so hard for me is like, I don't know if it's like a spiritual thing or what, because there are like a lot of things associated with certain holidays like Halloween and Thanksgiving, and a lot of like deeply rooted like spiritual meanings behind things. And I feel like those have like dark energy that kind of like attach themselves to that time of year.
Okay.
And so that's kind of what it is for me too. Like I feel like this time of year, and like I don't want to say I love Halloween like as much as I used to now that I'm like more aware of its and deeper meanings, but like I still pass out candy on Halloween and love seeing the kids in their costumes. But to me there's just like a darkness that is surrounding like this time of year. And like if you think about it, like nature has so many species that hibernate during this time of year, and like I feel like we should be hibernating too.
Hello, I made that same suggestion. I'm like, if I could just hibernate, I would love it. I mean, even with work, I would find that I would call out more in during that daylight savings time when the sun would go down,
just to sleep.
Yeah, because I just didn't feel like I wanted to do anything about it. So I did, when I finally saw a doctor, she put me on Zoloft, and I can just say that I just feel better. I noticed this year when I switched doctors, I had run out of medication, and she, like, I had other medical issues, so we couldn't talk about my mental health when I went to visit her, and she's like, oh, well, we could set up a follow-up. I need a follow-up tomorrow. Right. Like, I literally was feeling panicked, looking out my window every time I woke up, like, the sun's still here? The sun's still here. Okay, I'm okay. Like, for me, it is definitely the sun. If I wait, I have the way the windows are set in my room, I wake up to the sun. The sun wakes me up. I need the sun.
This time of year just feels like a punishment to me too. I feel like the spring and the summer is like, okay guys, the weather's nice, everybody get outside, go hang out with your friends, eat outside on the patio, like outside. And then like now that things are getting colder, everybody's like more inside, and it just feels like punishment to me. Like it just feels like go inside. Like I don't know. Like I'm sure that there's like I know like my family, I'm Italian, but like there's parts in cities of Italy, and I'm sure other places in other countries where like that are more like tourism focused, where like their tourism is focused around their warmer climate months, and so a lot of things shut down like during the colder months. And so like I don't know. I just feel like I don't like being inside because I work from home, and I like to be outside as much as I can. And I just feel like I don't know, people's energies too like just feel different in the fall and in the winter. Like
I could agree with that.
Like they just I don't know, like especially like in leading into Christmas, people feel like the stress of the holidays. They could sometimes feel sadness around the holidays because of like people that they maybe don't have in their lives, or they might be alone, or just like I said, the stress of like having to spend money during the holidays. And I don't know, like I just as an empath, I just feel like I feel like I soak in the energy like a sponge of the people around me, and that happiness and joy. Like granted, people are happy about Christmas and like Halloween and stuff like that, but I just feel like the sun gives you energy. The sun feeds your battery. Like we're meant to be in the sun and outside, and when people are inside more, it just changes them as people.
Like, I could agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, look through the pandemic. How many divorces were they because they were trapped in the house together? But so what do you do to try to get through this time of year?
I try to get out more, like even if it's just me going on hikes. Like I know like I haven't the past couple years as much as I did before, but like prior to even COVID, or maybe it was around the time of COVID, like I used to like just drive myself up to Fuquay because there's like a really cool like walking trail with like waterfalls and stuff like that.
Nice.
And I would just like walk around and like just be in nature as much as possible and try to surround myself like with positive people. I have like a lot of happy people in my tribe, and so I just try to just be around people as much as possible and not be alone. Cause
I could agree with that because I feel like, so for me, definitely daylight savings time, the sun going down earlier was what took me out. But like before I was on medication, as long as I kept busy, like I wasn't so bad during the holidays because I was always doing something. I was always meeting up with someone, going somewhere to celebrate. But the minute the holidays were over, I just would feel like a weight on me and I couldn't do anything until the sun came out again.
Yeah.
Whereas now that I'm on medication, I definitely feel like I keep myself busy, but I'm okay when I'm not. Like, I wake up every morning feeling joy, and it doesn't feel like an artificial joy. I think that was one thing I was worried about and why I never talked to doctors, because I was worried that getting on medication, it would feel like a forced happiness.
Right, or like you were a zombie or
Yes,
something.
that's what I was worried about, and it doesn't feel that way at all. Like, I just feel like my problems aren't as big as I thought they were, and they really truly aren't. But like, I was the type of person that whenever anything went wrong, I would call you guys all the time. You're like, oh my god, this went wrong, and I don't know what to do. As soon as I'm done crying, I'll figure it out. Now I don't cry first. I just kind of go, okay, let's figure this out. And I know that just sounds like someone growing up, but for me, it's like, no, I literally was still crying like a child just a year or two ago because it felt like it was all impossible and encompassing. And I really advocate for taking medication. It is helpful, and sometimes you need
You're like, don't convince me. Ashley does not take pills. I don't even take aspirin if I could avoid it. I always try to go the holistic, natural route for everything. And so sunshine, maybe even artificial sunshine,
yeah.
people, I don't know. I'm more creative, I will say, in these lower states of like seasonal depressed me.
Yeah.
Like I turn to like doing more crafty things and like using that as an outlet.
Yes.
You don't?
No. I literally
Really?
cocoon and am super sad. I remember when I was 19, my sister and I moved out to our own place, and seasonal depression hit, and I was painting at the time, and every painting had like river of blood,
gosh.
tears.
Don't pick up any paintbrushes.
Right? Like literally you could see the difference in my art from when the sun was out and when it wasn't.
Yeah.
Every painting during seasonal depression was, why? What is the point of life? Everyone needs to die. I'm gonna die. Like everything.
Maybe do something that's creative but less expressionistic, like diamond art. Like that's what I'm currently doing.
That just
Like,
annoys me.
It's something that keeps you busy. Like anything to keep my mind off of like everything that's happening in the world right now. Like anything tedious to like is just great for me. Like it just helps me to keep my mind off of stuff when I can do tedious detailed things like diamond art or like
I love that.
paint by number or whatever. Like
I just feel like my seasonal depression gets me really low.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't help, like I said, with the state of the world right now. And then it was funny because I just posted on my like Instagram stories the other day, like someone asked me if I was ready for the fall, and it took me a second to realize that they weren't talking about the fall of society, and that they were talking about like the season, and like I legit think that way.
That sucks. Oh, God.
Like every day is something new that I hear on the news, and I'm like, yeah, when's Jesus coming back again? Like, I'm ready, let's go, come on.
Yeah, no, I get it. I feel like that's why, like, I have the news on my watch later list. And I do because I want to be informed. I'll watch some things, but after a while, once it starts to feel overwhelming, I'm like, okay, we gotta take a break. We're just gonna be unaware of what's happening in the world for a week because this is crazy. It's like, oh, I can't do it. Oof, yeah, no, I'm with you.
I've never more in my life understood the phrase ignorance is bliss than now. Like, I wish so much that I could go back to having the innocence and unknowingness of a child, like with everything that is happening now. Like,
Yeah.
I
Well,
just
kids are plugged
don't
in
want to
too.
know
I
it.
feel like
Yeah.
my kid. I mean, she's not a little kid anymore, but like.
I mean, a child.
Yeah, I remember when Donald Trump was running the first time. Angel, ooh, she was in elementary school, and I remember picking her up, and her and her friends were talking about politics and what they think of Donald Trump, and I'm just like,
do you think that was influenced though by like things that like parents were saying,
well,
teachers were saying?
I don't know. At least it wasn't coming from me because I don't give a crap about politics. So that's why I was kind of surprised. I'm just like, wow, she actually cares about this shit. Not that I don't believe they talked about it in school. I'm sure they did because I remember being a kid and talking about, your parents got to vote for Clinton and so I remember that.
I just remember talking about Clinton and Monica Lewinsky.
Oh, no. But when I think I was in 4th grade, we were talking about, Clinton running against Bush and blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, why did we care? Like, I don't know. But yeah, no, like even kids are plugged in and I just feel like, dang, why do we have to stress? Like, so I agree with you. The state of the world isn't helping the seasonal depression in any way, shape, or form. But I definitely think even if you go the holistic route, sometimes talking to a good therapist is good, or get a really great friend that loves to listen.
Yeah.
Because you need to talk to someone and not like fall into.
I actually was thinking about like starting a TikTok, like not under the like TikTok that I use now, but like I created a new TikTok for the intention of me just going on there and like talking to random people, because me being someone who works from home and me not being able to go out with like my tribe all the time, and like the kids and John like just doing their own thing all the time, like sometimes I just need somebody to talk to who's like unbiased, and like I just need to be mentally stimulated. And so like I'm strongly thinking about it. But at the same time, like I know there's like so many like internet trolls, and like that could have the opposite reaction. Like if I get on there and I like start talking to people and they're like, ew, like what's wrong with your hair? Why do you have big cheeks? Or like I don't know, like if people start like just like dissing me, like that could make things worse. But like I just think it would be so cool to like just get on there.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. There definitely are trolls. I definitely feel though like the amount of supportive people outweigh the number of trolly people. And I know how it is. People do it. They get like 20 great comments, and the one messes up your day.
Yeah,
so it's like. that is the risk.
Yeah.
But I think if it outweighs and it helps you more than it does hinder, go for it.
I'm sure when I get to like a really low point, you'll just be randomly scrolling through TikTok lives and you'll be like, what the heck? Okay, let me support my girl. I'm gonna watch. I got you. But I think I can like probably do like my creative stuff while I'm talking to people.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. But I just like the idea of like interacting with people, especially now while I'm going through this like seasonal depression. Like I think I could really use the engagement. But it's like, you know me, like me even filming with you, I don't like taking pictures. I don't like being in people's videos.
And
so
I appreciate
the fact that I've been on camera with you for so many years doing these videos,
and I totally love you for it.
This is very uncomfortable for me. Like people at home, I don't know if you know, but like she asks me every time I sit down, like, do you want to look at yourself or do you want me to face the screen away from you? And I'm always like, face it away. But then what I notice is like when I'm doing the videos, like I'm not looking at the camera and I'm like looking everywhere else. And so I feel like because I'm so self-conscious and I'm always trying to make sure that like I could look as best as I possibly could. By me looking at myself, like it helps me to focus on the camera. So I'm succumbing to my insecurities for the sake of eye contact right now, people.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's why I'm like really nervous about doing TikTok, because I don't like exposing myself. I'm very private in that way. And but like I said, I feel like the engagement would be very good for my mental. So I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I say give it a try.
Yeah.
Anything to help your mental stability. And as much as I advocate for medication, because I went so many years unmedicated, I still think that I did the right thing with trying to get through it first before just jumping straight to medication, because I'm with you. Like, I don't think every pill that they want to put in front of your face
Yeah.
is something you have to take.
But like everything has side effects, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what my thing is.
Oh no, I agree. My Zoloft definitely knocks me out.
Yeah.
I feel like a super old lady. I switched from taking it in the morning because okay, so I was on a lower dose when I first started, and like other people I know who are on the medication was like, oh, it puts me to sleep, and I'm just like. Yeah, no, I feel great. I feel invigorated. My side effect that I didn't like was they told me that it also will help with my ADHD. Now, I've had ADHD my entire life as well, but I've been unmedicated and I learned how to cope with it. Now, this medication made me start zoning in and focusing. And no, it's not good because I learned how to get myself to focus by having other stimulus going on. So, like, you know me, I watch movies, I watch videos, I do stuff.
How
With the medication, I can't watch stuff at the same time because now my focus is hyper focused. And I just was like, what?
So you're normal now.
I didn't like it. Don't like it.
You lost your superpower.
Yeah, don't like it. But so that was on the lower dose, but it wasn't putting me to sleep, and I was like, okay, I don't like this. And now on the higher dose, because yes, I need to get higher dose. It knocks me out. I am tired, so I had to switch from taking it in the day to the night.
Yeah.
But it like I'm dead asleep by 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm like, what are you, 50?
Yeah.
Like, come on. I know 60-year-olds to stay up later than that. But I can't stay up. I'm dead to the world tired. So that's my side effect. I'm just like, ugh. But I wake up with a smile every morning, so I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather be full of joy and sleepy than miserable and asking, do I need to even be on this earth? So
yeah. Going back to the news thing, like, not to say that there wasn't bad things going on in the news prior to the onset of the seasonal depression, but because people are either more occupied with plans surrounding the holidays or just aren't going outside as much, they're not as available to like do things with.
Oh, true.
And so like for me, with everyone else being busy and me not being able to go out as much, like the news impacts me more because I have more time to ruminate on whatever's going on. Whereas during the summer, like, oh, that happened, cool, I have this to do, I have this to go. Like, I don't have time to think about what's going on. But like I said, in the fall and the winter, like, I'm just focusing on every little thing. And then I think too, like, it's a little bit of PTSD from COVID, because like when COVID had its onset, that was in the winter. It was like January, wasn't it January of like 2022?
It was February. I remember because I just became permanent, and then they sent us home a week later. I was like, what?
And so like my mind kind of is like that too. Like, oh, it's the winter time. Is something else gonna outbreak? Like, is something else gonna happen now that it's like winter time again? And so
I wasn't on medication at that time, and I definitely had a huge panic attack the first time they sent us home. I remember because you had to come save me, and I was just like, I have no car. I literally put my car in the shop when they sent us home, and I'm like, I have no car. The country is telling us we have to stay in the house. I can't do this. Like,
I didn't even know what anxiety was until COVID happened. And like that, as you know, that was the onset of everything that was going on with my face. And like, I still don't know to this day if what triggered that was the stress of everything going on with COVID, or me actually getting COVID. But I just know that like I'm terrified of that coming back, and again, I'm associating all that pain that I was having with my face and that nerve issue with the fall. And so like I associate so much negative events and happenings and things with like this time of year. That's why it just I just don't I can't think of anything good about like the fall and the winter, like because my kids aren't little anymore, so there's not that like joy and excitement of like Halloween and Christmas. Like there's not really anything where I'm like, oh, I can't wait for that. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
My birthday's in the fall, so I'm always excited for that. I'm like, yay, birthday! And I guess because we always go away for Thanksgiving or.
See, and you have a lot of family, and they help to like. They definitely that's medicine in itself.
They do, and whenever I would get really really low, my family was always right there saying, "Hey, talk to someone, talk to us." They would just wrap their arms around me and hug me and tell me how loved I am, and it was me being stubborn, being like, "I don't need to go see anybody. I can do this because I'm strong." Because I don't know. Like, I know everyone says it's stereotypical of the black community. They, like, teach you should be strong enough to make it happen. I don't know if it was that or I just felt like I should be strong enough to pull myself out of it. But I just refused because I felt like it was weakness to look for medication or to talk to doctors. Like, I should be strong.
We got to get out of that as people, period, because a lot of men feel that way. Like you said, a lot of people in the black community feel that way. Like mental health is mental health, and it doesn't discriminate,
which is crazy because I wasn't raised that way. My mom took us to therapists all the time, but I always felt like the therapists were useless. Like I just never found a good therapist as a kid. I found a great therapist when I finally did get on medication, and he was very very helpful. And you know, sometimes it just takes time to find the right therapist.
Yeah. I've been thinking about going back to therapy too, but I have like, you know how when people go to like a church and then like have something bad happen at that church, they say that you have like church hurt.
Yeah.
Like that's how I feel about therapists. Like I've had so many negative experiences with therapy that I'm like, I don't know if I even want to. I don't want to do that again. Like.
Yeah, but mental health is important, and I hope you guys out there are doing everything you can to help yourself, and that this season doesn't bring you totally down. Guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know if you have seasonal depression, how you get through it. We'd love to hear from you. All right, we'll
give us your tips.
Yeah. Guys, we'll check you later. You have a like, comment, and subscribe.